guys, welcome to the View Perspective. Today we are going to be talking about fibroids, and this is also Fibroids Awareness Week, hence we're talking about fibroids this week. Statistics has shown that 70 to 80% out of 100 women are going to develop fibroids by the age of 50. Also, it has also shown that 20 to 25% of women in Nigeria have been found with fibroids through ultrasounds. But the thing is that when we look back like 20 years to 15 years ago, we rarely heard about women living with fibroids. Especially, I can use myself as an example. As a young girl, I never heard about women with fibroids. In fact, it was only one woman I can remember that I learned she had fibroids, so she wasn't able to put to bed as at when, it took her time and all that. So, but it looks like in this age, we have a lot of people with fibroids, and some people do not even know that until probably maybe when they are pregnant or something takes them to the hospital to do an ultrasound. They just find out that, oh, they are living with fibroids, they have fibroids. The thing is that fibroids is not a death sentence. In fact, the tumor is non-cancerous. It's non-cancerous, but there are people with there are people that their own stresses them a lot, that their own fibroids, puts them through a lot every month. But what are the symptoms? Like the symptoms of the fibroids, we have heavy bleeding, prolonged period pains, prolonged bleeding, prolonged periods, and we also have pains in the abdominal area. We have people that go through constipation, people that go through constant urge to urinate and all that. Some people go through miscarriages and all that. But it's not a death sentence. That's one thing about it, and it's non-cancerous. However, fibroid is something that we can remove. It's something that you can remove, and the process of removing it is called myomectomy. You just go to the hospital, you speak with your doctor and schedule your appointment on when to perform your surgery. But the thing is, everybody has their own symptoms. The way I feel about mine isn't the same way you're going to be feeling about yours. Some people have, like I said earlier, they have prolonged bleeding. Some people feel so much pain when they are seeing their periods. Some people have constipation. Some people even have this constant urge to urinate every single time. Some people are battling with infertility and miscarriages and all that. And I know people that are living with pains. Like the few persons I know, what they have, their own symptom is just the pain, the constant pain. They go through pain when they are seeing their monthly flow, and after their monthly flow, like maybe just few times in a while, this pain comes and it goes. While some people, their own is constant, when they see their periods. While some people's own is they bleed a lot. You see someone bleeding for 1 week, 2 weeks, and all that. And but there is a surgery to remove fibroids, and it's called myomectomy. But medical professionals always advise that it's not good to remove your fibroids if you don't have any intentions of taking in. If you don't have any intentions of getting pregnant, because the fibroid has tendencies of regrowing, of coming back again if there is no baby. So it's either there's a baby or that the fibroid is growing back. And many medical professionals too have likened it onto like being a good girl, But I feel like it's not about that. I've had someone say to my friend that, oh, this is the price you're paying for being a good girl. Like, okay, I know when as a mature lady, you've gotten to the age of marriage or being pregnant, and you're not there, and then fibroid starts growing and feeding on estrogen levels and all that. For people who are done putting to bed, there are options for hysterectomy, that is removal of your uterus. So when you remove it, you're sure that the fibroid is never growing again. So that's one thing, like people will say it's a cure, but that can only apply to you as a woman if you're done having children. So let's play this video and watch.
I'm fine.
You're telling me you have fibroids.
Yes, sir.
So I'm hearing it. How did you start?
Okay, I think that was in 2023. I started noticing that
That's 3 years ago.
That's 3 years ago. I started noticing that my lower abdomen was swollen. At first, I thought it was probably indigestion, kind of. So I started taking fruit and water. But that was 2022 December. I could remember it was December. So by January, February, it was more than that. I went to pharmacy and they're like, probably I should go to hospital. So I went to hospital, then they said I had to go for scan and all. So but when I did the scan 2023 June, so I was told that I had fibroids.
Fibroid. It wasn't as big as
it wasn't as big as
it late was too big. How old are you now?
I'm 26.
26.
Yes.
It's quite big. Are you sexually active?
No.
Oh, you're not sexually active. You're still a virgin.
Yes.
Yeah, it's very, very always huge amongst virgins. Yes. Once, I always talk about this. How old were you first time you started menstruating?
12.
See, almost 14 years now of exposure to estrogen and all. It's always very huge, and it's going to be bigger. When are you planning to get married?
Very soon.
because the educational point here is that it's not always safe to remove fibroids when you're not planning to put the baby there. Because you are going to have the surgery for this. This is quite huge, almost like 8 week size. This is like the ones that have been removed since morning. Huge, You understand? So once you are going to do surgery, of course, I will do the surgery for you and God will take the glory. But I will be sure that there is an impregnator. Somebody that is going to put pregnancy there for you. You understand? So that to reduce the recurrence rates you get. And nature does not allow vacuum. Once this space is empty again, that fibroid will grow. And for you to have this kind of, it's like.
So one thing I admire about this medical professional, one thing I admire about the man is that he was truthful. A lot of Nigerian doctors are not really truthful. They just want to take your money, because where this man said, I'm not going to remove it until you have a partner, until you have a husband and you're ready to put to bed. Because like I said earlier, statistics have shown that if you have a myomectomy, there are chances that the fibroid is going to come back again, because there is no baby there. It's feeding on your estrogen level. So it's either there is a baby or there is fibroids, So I like the fact that he was very truthful to her, that he was not just trying to take her money and all that. So, and I also think this advice is also applicable to people who their own fibroid symptoms is not life-threatening. So long you're not bleeding for a week, you're not going to the hospital to take blood, because because the one you have in your body, the blood you have in your body, you've bled it out, then it's okay to just hold on. When you're ready, when you're married, you can now start. You can try to have children in cases whereby, okay, the children are not forthcoming, maybe due to the location where the fibroid is situated. You can now opt for a myomectomy, but removing it when you are not going through life-threatening symptoms, I don't think it's advisable. So I like the fact that he was truthful about it, and I also liked the fact that he made it fun with her. He was not so serious with her. He was not trying to bash her. He like explained it, and he made it like a conversation, a discussion between him and the lady, and so one thing I want to say again is that when you see a woman living with fibroids, just hug them, just pray for them and pray with them. Thank you, guys.